The foods we eat play a vital role in maintaining a healthy heart, but the timing and type of food we consume can make a significant difference, especially at night. Late-night eating habits are becoming increasingly common due to busy schedules, stress, or simply cravings. However, consuming certain types of food before bedtime can silently put pressure on the heart and increase the risk of heart attacks. At night, the body's metabolism slows down and the heart rate decreases, meaning the body works less efficiently to digest and process heavy or unhealthy foods. Eating high-fat, high-sugar, or high-sodium meals before sleeping can lead to increased blood pressure, cholesterol buildup, and irregular heart rhythms. These conditions create the perfect environment for a heart attack to occur during rest. Among the most dangerous foods to eat at night are processed meats, fried and fast foods, pizzas loaded with cheese, sugary desserts, caffeinated drinks, red meat, and foods high in salt or sugar. Understanding how each of these foods affects your cardiovascular system is crucial for preventing nighttime heart problems and maintaining overall heart health. Processed meat refers to meat products that have been preserved through methods such as smoking, curing, salting, or adding chemical preservatives. Common examples include bacon, sausages, hot dogs, ham, salami, pepperoni, and deli meats. Although these foods are convenient, flavorful, and widely consumed around the world, numerous scientific studies have shown that processed meats are among the most harmful foods for heart health. The danger lies in their high content of sodium, saturated fats, nitrates, and artificial additives, which all contribute to cardiovascular disease and increase the risk of heart attacks, especially when consumed regularly or before bedtime. The body's metabolism slows down at night, making it difficult to process heavy, fatty foods efficiently. This causes fats and cholesterol to linger in the bloodstream, leading to arterial buildup, inflammation, and elevated blood pressure. Key factors that can trigger a heart attack while the body is resting point. One of the major culprits in processed meat is sodium, which is used both as a preservative and a flavor enhancer. High sodium intake causes the body to retain water, increasing blood volume and putting extra strain on the heart and blood vessels. Over time, this constant pressure can lead to hypertension, one of the leading risk factors for heart attacks and strokes. Consuming processed meats at night further amplifies this effect, as the body's natural blood pressure regulation slows down during sleep. As a result, individuals with pre-existing heart conditions or high blood pressure are at an even greater risk. In addition to sodium, saturated and trans fats present in processed meats can significantly raise the levels of low-density lipoprotein, LDL, cholesterol, often referred to as bad cholesterol. Elevated LDL cholesterol causes fatty deposits to accumulate inside the arteries, narrowing them and restricting blood flow to the heart. Over time, this buildup can harden and rupture, forming blood clots that block oxygen supply to the heart muscles, resulting in a sudden heart attack. Another serious concern is the presence of nitrates and nitrites, which are chemical preservatives added to processed meats to maintain color and prevent bacterial growth. When consumed, these compounds can convert into nitrosamines, a group of carcinogenic substances that not only increase the risk of cancer, but also damage the lining of blood vessels. This damage weakens the arteries and contributes to inflammation, making it easier for cholesterol and fat to stick to the vessel walls. Moreover, processed meats often contain artificial flavorings and preservatives that disrupt normal cellular function and promote oxidative stress, further harming the cardiovascular system. Eating these meats late at night can worsen the situation, as digestion slows down and the body struggles to metabolize fats efficiently, leading to elevated triglyceride levels and overnight blood pressure spikes. Research conducted by the World Health Organization, WHO, and numerous cardiovascular health institutes confirms that even small portions of processed meat can significantly raise the risk of heart disease. Regular consumption has been linked to increased mortality from heart attacks and other cardiovascular complications. For example, studies show that eating just 50 grams of processed meat per day, equivalent to a few slices of bacon or one hot dog, can increase the risk of heart disease by up to 40%. This alarming statistic highlights the importance of moderation and making healthier choices, especially during the evening. Substituting processed meats with lean proteins, such as grilled chicken, fish, lentils, or tofu, can drastically reduce these risks and promote better heart health. Fried and fast foods are among the most harmful dietary choices for heart health, particularly when consumed regularly or late at night. These foods, such as French fries, fried chicken, burgers, nuggets, and onion rings, are typically cooked in oils that are high in trans fats and saturated fats. When foods are deep-fried, their fat content increases dramatically, and this excess fat can lead to a buildup of cholesterol in the arteries. Over time, these deposits narrow and harden the arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis, which is one of the primary causes of heart attacks and strokes. Eating such foods at night worsens the risk because the body's metabolism slows during sleep, making it difficult to digest heavy and greasy meals efficiently. This not only disrupts sleep, but also causes the heart to work harder to pump blood through constricted arteries, raising the likelihood of cardiac strain and potential heart attacks. One of the biggest dangers of fried and fast food lies in the use of trans fats, which are often created when oils are heated repeatedly for frying. Trans fats are known to raise the levels of low-density lipoprotein, LDL, the bad cholesterol, while lowering high-density lipoprotein, HDL, the good cholesterol that helps remove fat from the bloodstream. This imbalance leads to plaque buildup inside arteries and increases the risk of coronary artery disease. In addition, these foods are usually loaded with sodium, as fast food chains use large amounts of salt to enhance flavor and preserve freshness. Excessive sodium causes water retention, which elevates blood pressure and puts extra pressure on the heart and arteries. Consuming salty fried foods at night can result in blood pressure spikes while the body is resting, increasing the risk of a nocturnal heart attack, especially among people with hypertension or other cardiovascular conditions. Moreover, fast food meals are often calorie-dense but nutrient-poor, meaning they are high in fats, sugars, and refined carbohydrates, but low in vitamins, fiber, and essential minerals. Such meals contribute to obesity, which is one of the major risk factors for heart disease. Late-night consumption of fast food leads to fat accumulation because the body cannot burn off those calories efficiently while sleeping. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, high cholesterol, and increased body fat, all of which heighten the chances of heart attack. Another factor is inflammation, which is triggered by the unhealthy fats and additives found in fried foods. Chronic inflammation damages the blood vessels, increases arterial stiffness, and makes the cardiovascular system more vulnerable to blockages. Additionally, most fast foods contain refined carbohydrates like white bread, buns, and battered coatings that quickly convert to sugar in the body. This sudden spike in blood sugar levels followed by a crash can strain the pancreas and the heart, disturbing blood flow and rhythm. Eating fried and fast food at night not only taxes the heart, but also interferes with digestion and sleep. Greasy food can cause acid reflux and bloating, which make it difficult to rest properly. Poor sleep and digestive discomfort, in turn, increase stress hormones like cortisol, which contribute to higher blood pressure and heart rate. Furthermore, the caffeine and sugar often found in fast food beverages, such as sodas and energy drinks, compound the problem by stimulating the cardiovascular system right before rest. Research has shown that individuals who consume fried foods more than 4 times per week have a significantly higher risk of developing heart disease compared to those who rarely eat them. In conclusion, fried and fast foods may be convenient and tasty, but they come with serious health consequences. Their high content of trans fats, sodium, and refined carbohydrates can lead to clogged arteries, hypertension, obesity, and inflammation, all of which increase the risk of heart attack, especially when consumed late at night. To protect heart health, it is essential to replace fried foods with healthier alternatives such as baked, grilled, or steamed meals. Opting for fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains not only supports digestion, but also allows the heart to rest and recover during the night. Making mindful choices about what and when to eat can greatly reduce the risk of heart-related complications and promote long-term well-being. Pizza and heavy cheese dishes are some of the most beloved comfort foods around the world. They are tasty, satisfying, and often the go-to choice for a quick dinner or late-night craving. However, what many people don't realize is that these foods can have a severe impact on heart health, especially when eaten at night. Pizza and cheesy meals are high in saturated fats, sodium, and refined carbohydrates, which can increase cholesterol levels, raise blood pressure, and put unnecessary strain on the heart. When consumed regularly or before bedtime, they can contribute to long-term cardiovascular problems, including heart attacks. One of the main problems with pizza and cheese-heavy dishes is their high saturated fat content. Cheese, the star ingredient in these meals, contains large amounts of saturated fat, which raises the level of low-density lipoprotein, LDL, also known as bad cholesterol. Excess LDL cholesterol promotes the buildup of fatty deposits, or plaque, inside the arteries. Over time, these plaques narrow the arteries and restrict blood flow to the heart, increasing the risk of heart attack or stroke. Eating such fatty foods late at night makes it even worse because the body's metabolism slows down during sleep, making it harder to process fats. This can lead to higher levels of circulating lipids in the blood and increased pressure on the cardiovascular system. Another major issue is sodium, which is abundant in both pizza and cheese. Processed cheese, sauces, and toppings like pepperoni or sausages contain high amounts of salt. Excess sodium causes water retention in the body, which raises blood pressure and forces the heart to work harder to circulate blood. Over time, this can weaken the arteries and lead to hypertension, a leading cause of heart disease and heart attacks. Consuming salty foods at night can also lead to swelling, fluid retention, and discomfort, which interferes with restful sleep and leaves the heart under constant stress. The refined carbohydrates found in pizza dough and similar cheesy pasta dishes also pose risks. Refined flour quickly turns into sugar during digestion, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. High blood sugar triggers the release of insulin and encourages fat storage, particularly around the abdomen. Abdominal fat is closely linked to a higher risk of heart disease because it promotes inflammation and increases the likelihood of insulin resistance. Eating carbohydrate-heavy foods before bed means the body has no time to burn off the extra energy, leading to weight gain and metabolic issues that strain the heart. Moreover, pizza often contains processed meats such as pepperoni, sausage, or bacon, each of which adds more saturated fat, cholesterol, and sodium to the meal. Combined with melted cheese and oily crust, this creates a meal that is both calorie-dense and hard to digest. Late-night digestion problems can cause acid reflux, heartburn, and chest discomfort that may mimic early signs of a heart attack. To maintain good heart health, it's important to limit pizza and cheesy dishes, especially as a late-night meal. If you enjoy them occasionally, try making healthier versions using whole grain crust, low-fat cheese, and plenty of vegetables. Avoid adding processed meats or excessive salt. You can also satisfy nighttime hunger with lighter, heart-friendly options like vegetable soups, salads, or fruit bowls. Choosing nutrient-rich, low-fat foods helps the heart work more efficiently and reduces the risk of cardiovascular problems. Remember, while pizza and cheese dishes may bring temporary pleasure, protecting your heart ensures lasting well-being. And that's the best reward of all. Sugary foods and desserts are loved by people of all ages. From cakes, pastries, and ice creams to chocolates, candies, and sweetened beverages, these treats bring instant happiness and comfort. However, beneath their sweetness lies a serious threat to heart health. Regular consumption of sugary foods, especially at night, can increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and ultimately heart attacks. While a small portion of dessert once in a while is harmless, making sugar a regular part of your nighttime routine can silently damage your cardiovascular system over time. One of the biggest dangers of sugary foods is their ability to cause spikes in blood sugar levels. When you eat something high in sugar, the glucose level in your blood rises rapidly. In response, the body releases insulin to control the sugar and push it into the cells for energy. However, if this happens frequently, the body can become resistant to insulin leading to a condition known as insulin resistance. This condition is the first step toward developing type 2 diabetes, which is one of the leading causes of heart disease. Eating sugary desserts at night worsens this issue because the body's metabolism slows down during sleep, making it harder to process the extra sugar efficiently. Sugary foods also contribute to weight gain and obesity, which are major risk factors for heart attacks. High-calorie desserts, such as cakes, pastries, and ice cream, add more energy than the body can burn, especially when eaten before bedtime. This excess energy is stored as fat, often around the abdomen. Belly fat is particularly harmful because it releases inflammatory chemicals that affect how the body handles sugar and fat, putting more pressure on the heart and blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to atherosclerosis, a condition where fatty deposits clog the arteries and restrict blood flow. Another major issue is the effect of sugar on cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Excess sugar is converted into triglycerides, a type of fat found in the blood. High triglyceride levels increase the risk of plaque formation in the arteries, raising the likelihood of heart attacks. Additionally, a high-sugar diet lowers levels of good HDL cholesterol, which normally helps remove bad cholesterol from the bloodstream. The imbalance between triglycerides, LDL, bad cholesterol, and HDL creates an environment where heart disease can thrive. Sugary foods and desserts can also cause inflammation and oxidative stress. When sugar is consumed in large amounts, it leads to the production of harmful free radicals in the body. These unstable molecules damage blood vessel walls, make arteries stiff, and reduce their ability to expand and contract properly. This makes it more difficult for the heart to pump blood, increasing the risk of heart failure or sudden cardiac arrest. Moreover, sugar stimulates the liver to produce more fat, further contributing to cholesterol buildup. To protect your heart, it's essential to limit the intake of sugary foods and desserts, especially before bedtime. If you crave something sweet at night, choose healthier alternatives such as fresh fruits, yogurt with honey, or dark chocolate in moderation. Drinking water or herbal tea instead of sugary beverages also helps reduce sugar intake. Developing a habit of reading nutrition labels can make you more aware of hidden sugars in packaged foods. By controlling your sugar consumption, maintaining a balanced diet, and staying physically active, you can keep your heart strong and healthy. Remember, moderation is key. The less sugar you eat, the sweeter your life and heart will be. Caffeinated drinks are among the most consumed beverages in the world. Coffee, tea, energy drinks, and certain soft drinks provide a quick boost of energy and alertness, making them a daily habit for millions of people. While moderate caffeine intake can have some benefits, such as improved focus and temporary fatigue relief, excessive or late-night consumption can pose serious risks to heart health. When taken in large amounts, especially before bedtime, caffeinated drinks can cause increased heart rate, high blood pressure, anxiety, and disturbed sleep, all of which may raise the risk of heart problems, including heart attacks. Caffeine is a stimulant that directly affects the central nervous system. It works by blocking adenosine, a chemical in the brain that promotes relaxation and sleepiness. This action temporarily increases alertness, but also triggers the release of adrenaline, the fight-or-flight hormone. Adrenaline causes the heart to beat faster and harder, constricts blood vessels, and raises blood pressure. For individuals who already have heart disease, hypertension, or irregular heartbeat, this sudden stimulation can be dangerous. Drinking caffeinated beverages at night further worsens the problem, as the body is trying to rest and recover. Instead of slowing down, the heart remains overactive, which can lead to nighttime palpitations, chest discomfort, or even heart rhythm disturbances. Energy drinks, in particular, are a major source of hidden caffeine and sugar. Many of these beverages contain high doses of caffeine, sometimes equivalent to several cups of coffee, along with sugar, artificial sweeteners, and other stimulants like guarana and taurine. The combination of caffeine and sugar causes a rapid increase in blood glucose and blood pressure, followed by a sharp crash in energy levels. This constant fluctuation puts stress on the cardiovascular system and increases the risk of inflammation, artery damage, and irregular heartbeat. Studies have shown that frequent consumption of energy drinks can cause changes in heart rhythm and even trigger heart attacks in susceptible individuals, especially when consumed before sleep or during periods of rest. Another issue with caffeinated drinks is their impact on sleep quality. Caffeine can stay in the bloodstream for up to 6 hours or longer, depending on the individual. Drinking coffee or energy drinks in the evening can delay the onset of sleep or reduce deep sleep, leading to restlessness and fatigue the next day. Poor sleep quality is strongly linked to high blood pressure, weight gain, and hormonal imbalances, all factors that harm heart health. When the heart does not get adequate rest, it becomes more vulnerable to stress and strain, which can eventually lead to cardiovascular disease. Furthermore, excess caffeine consumption can lead to dehydration, especially if it replaces water in your daily fluid intake. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it harder for the heart to pump efficiently. This increases the risk of clot formation and puts additional pressure on the cardiovascular system. Some caffeinated beverages, like sodas and energy drinks, are also high in sugar and artificial additives, which further contribute to obesity, diabetes, and cholesterol problems. Key risk factors for heart attacks. To protect your heart, it's important to consume caffeine in moderation. Limit coffee to 1 or 2 cups a day, avoid energy drinks, and reduce intake of sugary sodas. If you crave a warm drink at night, try caffeine-free herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or ginger. Staying hydrated with water and maintaining a balanced diet can help your heart function smoothly. Remember, caffeine is a stimulant, not a substitute for rest. Giving your heart time to relax, especially at night, is crucial for maintaining long-term cardiovascular health. A calm mind and a steady heartbeat are far more energizing than any caffeine boost could ever be. In conclusion, maintaining a healthy heart isn't just about avoiding overeating or cutting calories. It's about making conscious choices regarding what and when you eat. Foods such as processed meats, fried and fast foods, cheesy pizzas, sugary desserts, caffeinated drinks, red meats, and high-salt or sugary meals may seem satisfying in a moment, but their long-term effects can be life-threatening. Consuming them at night, when your metabolism is slow and your body is preparing to rest, puts extra strain on your cardiovascular system. High levels of saturated fats, sodium, and sugars can raise blood pressure, increase cholesterol, and disrupt normal heart rhythms, creating conditions that could trigger a heart attack during sleep. Protecting your heart starts with awareness and discipline. Choosing lighter, heart-friendly meals like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can make a huge difference. It's also wise to limit caffeine, avoid eating heavy meals right before bedtime, and stay hydrated with water or herbal drinks instead of sugary or carbonated beverages. Remember, the heart works tirelessly day and night to keep you alive, so the least we can do is make choices that support its health. By avoiding harmful nighttime foods and adopting a balanced, mindful diet, you can strengthen your heart, improve sleep, and enjoy a longer, healthier, and happier life.